It is Thursday, August 27th, and I wanted to start off by just going over the rank advancements. So if anybody has any emeralds on the team today, I know Jessica Ray is an emerald today. So I wanted to say congratulations to her. That's one of Joelle's coaches, and she's doing awesome. So we're really excited for you, Jessica. So congratulations. Does anybody have any other emeralds that they want to shout out right now? No, nothing. All right, how about, I know we have a diamond on the team, a new shiny diamond.
My coach, Michelle, officially became a diamond today, just a little over a month into the business, and I could not be more excited for her.
Oh my gosh, I know. Michelle she came on so strong and just hit the ground running. It's so awesome. Congratulations, Michelle. That's a huge accomplishment. This is when it starts to get really serious, guys, once you become a diamond and beyond. I mean, that's really just like the stepping stone for you. So that's a good goal to shoot for, and then you just keep looking up from there. Awesome job. Anybody have any new people that they want to welcome to the team or anything like that? Anything exciting going on with your team? No. All right. All right, guys. So I just wanted to go over, I have a little laundry list here of things that I wanted to go over with you guys. It's just important things coming up before we get into the bulk of the call. So our coach sneak peek, our free coach sneak peek is starting on Monday. So make sure I'm going to actually create the group tonight, and then I'm going to add you guys to it. And everyone should try to shoot to add 10 people to it, 10 people who you think might make a good coach and could benefit from being in this coach sneak peek. We had Kelly Paul on the team. She, made a video, just a really quick, 1-minute video about the sneak peek, and she shared it on her team page for her discount coaches to see in case they, wanted any interest in this and learning about the coaching opportunity. So I really challenge you guys to just kind of come out of your comfort zone. Really, making a video is the best thing that you can do, and I know that might sound really scary. But I promise you it's really not once you do it. And if you guys could, if you wanted to, you could make a really quick 1-minute video. You could even put it up on your Facebook wall, just inviting people to the group. You could watch mine, you could watch some of the other coaches, get some ideas, or just be creative and do your own thing. So you could do that. You could just make a post on your wall and invite people to it. You should definitely be doing that anyways. And then make sure to, private message people and just, ask them. Just come right out and just say to them, hey, I'm not sure if this is something you'd be interested in, but my team is running a free 5-day coach sneak peek starting Monday. Would you like to be added to it? And then you can kind of check out and see what it is that I do as a coach and see if it might be something that you could be interested in the future. You don't have to buy or do anything. Just literally be just a fly on the wall for the next 5 days and just learn about what we do. And guys, most people say yes. So the more people that you can just reach out to about this, then the more people you'll be able to get to add to the group. So make sure that you're posting on your wall. You can go that extra distance and make a quick video if you want to. I'm actually going to be redoing mine because I want to post a new one up on my like page and post it up there. So you guys could do that, private message people and make sure you get some prospects into the group, because that's key to this business, is being able to grow your team and be able to form your own team over time. All right. Sorry, I'm just fixing something real quick. All right. And our huge team 21-day fix group is going to be starting on Monday. So it's called Back to School, Back to Me. And you can reach out and you can get your people into that group. If you have challenges from the past that want another round, you can add them in. So that'll start up on Monday, which is great. Everyone's going to be looking for a fresh start now once the kids get back to school. So take advantage of that group. If you've never been in a challenge group before, make sure that you get added to one, so that you can see how it's run and you can kind of shadow the coach that's running it, and we can teach you how to run your own eventually down the road. The testimonials that I wanted to try to do for the month of September for the performance line and the boost line. So as you know, Beachbody came out with a brand new performance line, and they came out with the boost line. So for the performance line, they came out with a pre-workout drink, which was Energize, and they also have the hydrate that you drink during the workout, and they have a recovery shake that you have post-workout. So I personally myself have tried the Energize and the Recovery, and I love them both. So I'm obsessed with the Energize one. It tastes so good. Tastes like lemonade. And, you know, I had one today just for the heck of it instead of making a coffee because I was craving it, and I really, really like it. It works better than E&E, I think. And you guys should try it if you just want that extra kick. Make sure that you had like food in your stomach before you have it, because if you have it on an empty stomach, you might get a little jittery. So just be careful with that. But it works awesome. So if anybody wants to try any of the Performance line, this is a really good way to get people onto the Performance line instead of like Shakeology, because they sell it as a challenge pack for $140 with the Beachbody On Demand. So a lot of times you talk to people and they already are drinking a shake that works for them, so they don't want Shakeology, and they might be like really even into athletics and fitness. So the Performance line is like a really good alternative for them to try. So that's one option. We also have the Boost line, which, you know, it's tasteless, so you can't taste it in your drinks. And I usually just put a scoop into my Shakeology, but they have the Focused Energy one, they have Power Greens, and they have Digestive Health. So I've tried the Focused Energy one, and I really want to try, you know, the Power Greens next, just to see, because I really don't eat enough green vegetables. I know it's all in the Shakeology, but I just need like as much extra as possible. So I want to be trying that next. So if you guys are interested in trying out one of those things, maybe you've already purchased it, at the end of September, you know, I have a document that I made that you guys can just write your name in it. You can write what you tried, and then you can kind of talk about it and give a testimonial for it. So that way, when you're reaching out, and as a team we're reaching out to people, if anyone has questions about it, we can refer to this one document from everybody in the team. So that's kind of cool. So I think a lot of you guys already went out and started buying things. So hope you guys like it all, because I'm obsessed with a lot of it. All right, next thing is our Coach University. So our next Coach University, or Coach Basics, is going to be starting on September 7th. So anybody that brings on, or who brought on a brand new active coach in the month of August, we're going to make sure that they get added to this group, because this is where they're going to learn everything. They're going to be trained. And corporate came out with a brand new Coach Basics, and we're working really hard right now to try to incorporate that in for our September Coach Basics. I'm not 100% I'm going to have it done by then. It's a lot of work, so I'm hoping that Nick can get the job done for me. But it's going to be so great, guys. It's like 10 times better than what we've seen. And it is just an awesome opportunity to really get your new coaches up and running the right way, gets them to hit Emerald like right out of the gate, and hit Success Club your first month, and then go beyond that. So it's going to be great. So I'm really keeping my fingers crossed, guys, and working hard to try to get that done for us for September. So just keep a list of the people that you've signed up who are active coaches. Even if you bring someone on like the very beginning of September, that first week, you can still add them in to that Coach University. And once the group is up and running, I'll let you guys know, so that way you can add yourself and then add your new coaches to it, and they can fill out the form to be added to the group. All right. If anybody wants a Forever Strong tank top, we're going to be putting in the order tonight after this call. So I know there are a bunch of people who, you know, hit Success Club by the 12th of the month, and they chose to have the tank top over the personal development book. So those people are all set. But if you do want one, just send me a message after this. You know, they're going to be $30, and you know, they're really good quality ones. So they're like real, like New Balance, like really nice material. You know, they're not cheapo ones, obviously. So they're $30, and just tell me, you know, what size you'd like, and then we could place an order for you too. So we're always ordering them once a month, so you don't feel like you have to like do it tonight. Just keep it in the back of your mind. And just a reminder that if you live in the area, we're doing the vision boards for that Katie put together for us at my house. We're going to be doing our vision boards, our goal boards, you know, on September 5th here at my house in Uxbridge at 1 o'clock. So I hope you guys can make it. If you don't live in the area, you know, you guys should go out and you should, you know, get yourself a poster board and get yourself some magazines and different things to make it fun. And you should do one yourself, because it really helps to see where you want to go with this business laid out in front of you. It really helps if you can look at that and really give yourself a clear vision of where you want to go and where you see yourself and what you want your life to be like. It makes a huge difference. So that's what we're going to be working on. And I think it would be great if you guys could just all do that. It would be really helpful. And I'm going to take a picture of them all hung up, holding up in front of us. And I just love that kind of stuff. So we're going to have lots of arts and crafts stuff going on around here, probably glitter all over the place. But it's going to be so much fun. It really is, guys. All right. Does anybody have any questions about anything that I just went over that's coming up? You can go ahead and unmute yourself. Any questions about anything? No?
Yeah, is the dream board thing, when we do that, is that kid friendly?
Yeah, you can bring your kids if you want. I mean, I'm going to have Nick move my kids someplace else because Kirsten will want me to hold her 24/7. And I won't be able to.
So Nick's babysitting?
Yeah, so Nick can watch all the kids in the backyard, guys. Right?
Thank you.
Oh my gosh, it's so funny. All right. You know he's totally going to end up doing that. Don't worry, Nick. It's all set. You got this. All right. Anyways, back to the real stuff now. All right. So we're going to talk about coming out of a slump. And, I just felt like we needed to talk about this call because I can just feel it with the team. You know what I mean? Just, you guys can probably feel it too. I can just tell there's just so much stress and just like, there's a lot of people like anxious about certain things and just like, not where they hope that they would be, and then counting on certain things to happen and then they're not happening. And so I just want to start off by seriously telling you guys how great you guys are really as coaches. And I really think that a lot of times when tough things happen and you go through these slumps, really, guys, it comes down to like a mental game between yourself. And you end up being like your own worst critic. You start to talk like negatively about yourself in your mind, and you start to say like negative things. And then one negative comment leads to the next. And the next thing you know, you're just feeling like this big ball of crap, and it's really hard to come out of that when you're going through that. So honestly though, guys, every single one of you on the team is an awesome coach. You're doing all the right things. You're really, really great coaches. You're engaged with all your challengers. Like, you're in this for the right reasons. You're in here to really try to go out and help others and make a difference in their lives. And that is what makes the difference with this job. So no one's in this for like get rich quick schemes or any of that junk. We're all in here because we care about people and we want to change people's lives. And that's exactly what you're doing every single day. And I know a lot of times, this week in August in particular, this last week in August is honestly the hardest week of the month because everybody's going back to work. The kids, are going back to school. The parents are spending all this money on their school supplies and all this money on the back to school clothes, and no one wants to put themselves first. They don't want to take care of themselves, So now you're talking to people and you're getting a lot of no's. So, that can be thrown in to the mix and put you down even more. Like, I can't get anybody. Like, what the heck is going on? Like, I still have no one. There's 5 days left. This is ridiculous. I'm reaching out, blah, blah, blah. And you can kind of get wrapped up in all that stuff. But you just need to know that, honestly, this happens to everybody in this business. And now that I've been doing this for 14 months, I can tell you that this business, it has seasons. This is just the way it is, all right? So, like I said, in August, it tends to be slower. But then September, it kicks back up again. And the kids are back at school. And now the parents, or the moms especially, are home. And they're like, all right, it's time to finally put me first. Right, I need to do something. Who was that girl that sent me that message? Or who was that girl that made that post on her wall about some 21-day thing or Shakeology? And then they're going to think of you and they're going to come back to you. So September will pick up more. All right. But since I've been doing this now for 14 months, I kind of know how the seasons work. November and December are really slow. This is when people quit, guys, in the business. I'm talking like even active coaches. I'm not going to candy coat it. This is where you decide and you make a decision between yourself and the decision that you made to actually commit to this. And you made a commitment to yourself and your family that you wanted to do this. You all had a reason for why you became a coach. And this is where you decide when times get tough. Am I going to be the person who, throws in the towel? and just gives up when the times get tough? Or am I going to be the person that's going to keep at it every single day and just get through it, because time's going to pass, it always does, and then just get through it? So now is the time more than ever is when we should be working even harder, like 3 times harder, to try to prepare ourselves for when the seasons start to really slow down in November and December, you know? And when you look at it, I mean, it can be discouraging when you hear so many no's over and over again. But the whole point is that, like I've said before so many times, you're planting the seeds, and that you might not even be hearing back from people. But come October or come January, like January, guys, spikes up so crazy, it's unbelievable. Like, it goes nuts in the business. But you don't want to sit there in the back of your mind, like right now, 5 days left of the month, and think, oh, okay, well, it's a slow month. All right, I'll just cruise right through these last 5 days. You know what? September's a new month. I'll start fresh then. Like, that's not the right attitude to have with this business, because this is your business. And just like any other business, I mean, imagine you opened up a restaurant and 1 week it was really slow and you didn't have anybody come in. Imagine you were like, you know what? Screw it. I'm not even going to go in tomorrow because I only had like 1 person show up anyways. I'm just going to not go in. You know, there could be people showing up at that door wanting to go in and eat that day, and you're not there. So it's the same thing with this business. You have to show up every single day, even if you think people are not watching, and even if you think people are not responding, and even if it looks like nothing is happening in the business. Trust me, things are happening. It happens over time, even during these slow times. All right, things eventually compound, and you just got to get through it. So it really does, like I said, like when you go through the slumps, it really does become like a mental mind game between yourself with like, should I just like stop tonight and just go to bed early, or let's just put on that show? Or should I, really like kick butt here and like give it my all these last 5 days, because I made this commitment to myself and I am not going to quit on myself and my family. I came into this for a reason. I have my why of why I'm doing it. And am I just going to just let it trickle away and like lose that excitement when things get tough? No way, guys. You can't be like that. So you really, really, really have to like dig deep during these times. You have to, and just pull yourself up by your bootstraps. You can't sit there and throw yourself, a pity party when bad things happen or negative things happen or people quit. I have 45 people quit in a week. Like, seriously, that's how many people I have that quit. And I could sit there and be like, oh my God, and I'm not going to lie. I mean, sometimes there are times where I'm like, oh my gosh, like, am I even a good coach? Am I doing a good job? But it lasts like a split second, and then I pull myself out of it, because that's not going to do me any good to sit there being like, wait, this person quit. Oh my gosh, let's try to find out all these reasons why and spend all my time and energy focusing on why the people quit. It's just part of the business. You have to just keep moving forward and constantly be doing those vital behaviors. And I know I sound like a broken record with the vital behaviors, but honest to God, guys, I mean, it's the whole business. It's all of it. It really is. I mean, even for me, this has been like a slower month. Guys, I said I wanted to hit Success Club 50 this month, okay? That was my crazy goal that I posted up in the team page in July. And, things came up. I, had to kind of focus my priorities. And I did not hit Success Club 50. But I mean, who cares? I mean, that's ridiculous to sit there and worry about that. I'm not going to worry about that, It's just not going to do any good. And it's not going to do any good for you either if you sit there and focus on like your slump that you're in. It just affects everything. It starts to seriously affect everything. Then all of a sudden you wake up, you don't feel like you want to do your workout, so then you might skip it. Then you just feel like junk, so then you think you might need comfort food, so then you order like a pizza. That's what I would do, Or little things like that. And then it just starts to affect everything. And then you get into a bad mood. And it's just this whirlwind of events. So the best thing really to do, guys, when you get into a slump is to, dive into some extra personal development. Really sit down with your schedule and say, all right, I'm going to do the 3 vital behaviors. I'm going to do them now. I'm going to do my invites. I'm going to bang out. I'm going to do extra today. I'm going to do 25 invites. I'm going to make an awesome post on Facebook. Your slump that you're going through right now, guys, this is the perfect opportunity to turn that into a post on Facebook and share your struggle that you're going through right now. Honestly, it's not comfortable, I've had to share before about how I've completely fallen off the wagon with weight and gained weight back. I didn't have to, I wanted to, because I know it's helping me and I know it's helping other people because people can relate, because let's face it, we're not perfect. I know we like to think we are, and this team right here, we're perfect, right? No, but seriously, in all honesty, I mean, I had to make a post before about the huge amount of debts that I was in with the credit card debt, of the $30,000 of credit card debt, and how we were struggling. And that was not easy for me to do, but it was something that we were struggling with. Thank God it's pretty much done now at the time. And I know that the majority of people are in debt, and people can relate to that, you know? So if you're going through a struggle right now, you know, you don't have to share every single little detail about it, but just share that on Facebook. You know, that shows your vulnerability, and people can really relate to that. They can relate to the struggles that you're going through. So just be you, be authentic, and really, I know it's so easy to say, but and it's hard to do sometimes, but don't compare yourself to other people. You know, it's so hard. Sometimes you get wrapped up with other team members and what they're doing, and then you look at yourself and, you know, people might have been doing this for a shorter amount of time, and how did they do this, and I'm still not there. And then it just, oh God, guys, that's just so draining on yourself. It takes like an emotional toll on you. Really, just put the blinders on. Like, that's great. We'll be happy for everybody and their achievements, and just really keep in mind that you guys are on your own journey. This is your own race. This is your own business. Like, no one's here to tell you how to run it, or to tell you how fast you need to run it, or anything like that. Everyone is going at their own speed with what works with them, with their own schedules, with whatever's being thrown at them in life. And that's it. So don't look around. I mean, and look at other people. I even had, you know, there was a call, I think it was Bonnie Engel that did it, and then it was, I don't even know, I heard it from a couple of coaches. Anyways, they said that one of the things that they said that actually held them back their first year as a coach, they said, was that, and Bonnie Engel is like number 6 in the company right now. So she gave a speech and she did a little talk, and she said one of the things that really held her back the first year was that she was spending way too much time looking around at everybody else when she sat down to do her work for the business. She was spending way too much time looking at other top coaches and other successful coaches in the company, that she wasn't actually doing anything. So it like totally slowed her down. So what she did was, and you can do this if you want, I've already had some people on the team who have done this because they knew that this is what needed to be done to move their business forward to the next level. But they go ahead and they unfollowed those coaches, you know, that they were constantly spending all their time looking at, because they knew and realized that this was holding them back. And like I said, this goes back to being you. It's hard to be you if you're constantly looking at other people in the company and trying to compare yourself, and you're seeing what they're doing. And it's good to look at them and get inspiration from them and maybe get some ideas, but you need to be you. Like, you need to be your person. Like, if you are there talking to someone in person, you should be the same, like on social media when you're making your posts and things like that. Like, you shouldn't try to be somebody different just because you're making a post on Facebook, or try to be like one of the top 10 coaches, for example. Because guys, the top 10 coaches, all 10 of them are so different, it's not even funny. If you actually research the top 10 coaches, they are so different from one another. It's unbelievable. And it's just proof right there that you don't need to be like anybody else. And that's what's awesome about this business, is that you can just be you. And it's your business, and you run it your way, and you get creative with it. You can get inspiration from other coaches, but this is your business that you are running. And every single day you need to show up. So just keep that in mind. If you're one of those coaches that's really, you know, kind of just wasting time, like spending it scrolling through the news feed and, you know, looking at other coaches, just get rid of that. Find a way to make that stop, because it's going to be a total time suck for you. It's going to affect your business. Hold on a second. Cheers, guys. That's right. Yeah. Kelly already finished hers, apparently. Just kidding. Yeah, see? All right. So, guys, clear your mind of all the crap that's been going on. You know, reprioritize, get a workout in. I know when I'm feeling like junk, it really does help to go and get a workout in. It just does. Like, I feel so much better. It's on those days where I feel like I'm so tired. I can't do this right now. Oh, I'm not in the mood. My back is killing me from carrying Kirsten around all the time. Landon woke up crying for me for some reason at 3. I really don't feel like going and doing this workout. Those are the days where I find I need it the most. And then I feel like 100 times better always when you finish the workout. Seriously, guys, when you finish the workout, don't you feel so much better when it's over and done with? Yeah, I know. Raise your hand, guys. Here's the teacher in me. Oh, that's so funny. I was going back and watching like some of the videos, and Nick's like, it's so funny. You can totally tell your teacher because you're like, now raise your hand, thumbs up. That's so hilarious. All right. I just want to make sure I'm going over all this stuff because I know I go through some slumps too sometimes. I mean, it happens to everyone, so it's not like unique to you in particular. Just know that. But I really think that it's just important that you have to realize that when you are faced with, you're in a slump, you have 2 options, right? So you can either, really, what are you going to do? When something junky happens, you can either sit there and focus on it and let it like consume all your thoughts in your mind and get really wrapped up in it. And then you're going to get really stressed out. And then it's going to start to trickle into other areas of your life. And then it's going to affect your business. And then it's going to affect your relationships. And then it's going to affect your coaches because they're going to be able to feel it because you can feel it. You can't hide it. Or are you going to use it and learn from it? Because every single thing that happens in life to you happens for a reason. And it's to teach you something. And it's to teach you a lesson. So are you going to take that and just acknowledge that you're stuck in a rut right now and take action to try to get out of it and move forward? Or are you going to sit there and throw yourself a pity party for God knows how long and hope that the slump just passes eventually? No, don't do that, guys. No pity parties. Take action and just move forward. You have to keep moving forward, guys. And just really think about like, okay, what can I learn from this situation? There's got to be something that I can learn from this and apply going forward. You might have to sit there and think about it for a second, but if you even think from your past, things that have happened to you, there's always like a lesson or a reason for it. And you learn something from everything that happens, and you can take it with you to help you grow as a person as time goes on. All right, so you can get down on it and stay down on it, or you can just rise above and pull yourself up by your bootstraps and say, no, I'm not going to let this take me down. I am a business owner, all right? I'm not going to quit. I'm not going to throw in the towel. I'm not going to just slack off. I'm going to just get centered again, get clear-minded. I'm going to go, do some extra PD. I'm going to get my workout in. I'm going to reach out to my challengers. I'm going to reach out to 3 new people and say some kind of compliment or something nice to them and move on. And then the time's going to pass, and it passes. Everything passes. So just really just be real about that. All right. I hope that you guys aren't like seriously stuck in like a humongous rut. What's awesome about all this is that, when you're stuck in a rut or a slump, it's awesome to be surrounded by and to surround yourself around positive people. And so that's what I love about this team and about Beachbody is the relationships and the friendships that we've made along the way, and that everyone is there for you. People are truly happy for you when things happen and you reach certain achievements and you reach certain goals. People are truly happy for you. And like literally, it's like we've had this like bond with one another, and we're like this Beachbody family, like the team and everything. And it's awesome. So it's great to have that. And that's one thing that can help kind of pull you out of your slump. So I just want to make sure the vulnerable post, I really think that'll help you, because another reason why is too, is that you're going to be writing it down. So you'll be talking about it instead of having it just like bottled up inside of you. And another thing too, when you're going, down in a rut, it's okay to like acknowledge it and talk about it. And that can help you, but it can actually be like negative if you continue to talk about it. You know what I mean? You ever been around someone like that where like something's going wrong and it's like they've told you, but then it's like they tell you again, and then it's like they tell you again. And my dad tends to do that sometimes. It's like, but Dad, he's gotten better though now that I'm being a Beachbody coach. I'm not going to lie. It's like he'll say it once, and then that's the end of it. I'm like, wow, see, this is awesome. This is even affecting my parents. This is great. But you know what I mean? When you're around someone that like, it can actually like make you feel worse the more you talk about it. So it's good. Acknowledge it. Get it off your chest. But the vulnerability post, or even if you just write in a journal even, and just talk about it and write it down, it feels so much better just to get it out. Get it out of your mind and get it down on paper. All right? So I want you to think about this, because it's when times get tough, like I said, where people quit. And with November and December right around the corner, and those of you who have been coaches, with me through those months, that it is extremely slow, but whatever. I mean, it's going to pass. It's a couple months. Just means you got to do 3 vital behaviors, a little bit more, no big whoop. But this is where your why seriously comes into play, like major, major big time. And I know I sound like a broken record, but if you're really not sure why you're in this business, like it's really not a clear-cut vision, you have to sit down like tonight or tomorrow and just dig deep and think about why you're in this. It can't just be, just like silly little things. Like it's got to be like deep emotional connection, like something so deep. So I'm going to give you like an example here. So imagine there's like, and I said this on the, my coach training call last night for the last call of the month. So if you have to hear it again, just bear with me. But imagine you had, like a beam across the floor and somebody said to you, right, walk across the beam and I'll give you $20. You'd be like, all right, no big deal. Cross, give me the $20. Thanks. Awesome, right? Like the little head movement. But now imagine that someone takes that same beam and they place it up high up in the sky, okay, in between 2 buildings, right? Super duper crazy high up in the sky. Yep. And I'm scared of heights. So just imagine all that, guys. And you're at the beam and the person says to you, hey, walk across the beam. I'll give you $20. Like, who's going to walk across? Is anybody going to walk across? Right? No one is going to walk across because the reason to go across is not strong enough reason for you to actually make that leap and walk across because you're worried about falling and like killing yourself. But now imagine that you have like, I know a lot of us are moms, but if you're not moms, just imagine like someone that you love, right? Imagine now like your kids or like your loved one are at the other side of the beam, right? And you have to go and get them. You're going to freaking sprint across the beam, right? Who's going to stand there? You're not going to just stand there. You're going to like be like, holy moly, and you're going to take off across the beam and go get your loved one or your kids or whatever. That is how strong your why needs to be. So that's how strong your why needs to be to get you to plug along through this business when times get tough. And if it's not, if you just have the measly $20 bill, guys, at the end of the beam up at the building, well, guess what? You're not walking across. And you're most likely, I'm not going to lie, you're going to quit. All right? And I can't force you to do this. So you have to dig deep and you have to really reconnect with your why. That is the only thing that is going to get you to have success in this business. I say it so many times. I know I sound like a broken record, but I just can't help it because it's true. There's been so many times, guys, believe it or not, where I myself have been like, geez, you know what? Just forget it. Maybe I'll just stop. And then I'm like, that would be so stupid. Why would you do that? I love this. But it happens in those times when you're completely stressed out. That's when it happens. You have like a weak moment there. So then I think of the kids and I think about how I'm home right now. I'm with them right now because of Beachbody. And if I didn't have Beachbody, I'd be back working. And it's like, no way am I going back to work. That was my reason for getting into this, is that my goal and my dream has to always be at home with my kids. That was my goal. It's not for everyone. It doesn't need to be. But for me, that was mine. That was my dream, my vision. And I was home with them. And I was on the verge of having to start looking for a job to go back. And because of Beachbody, I didn't have to. So when I go through tough times and I feel really overwhelmed and stressed out, because as the team grows, guys, okay, there is a little bit more stress. There's a little bit more responsibility. All right. There are times that you feel like, oh gosh, like maybe I just won't work. Maybe I'll just stop for a second. You can't do that. And then I like hit myself on the head and think like, what are you doing? Like, no, like just refocus here, like make a cup of tea, sit down, just spend some time for yourself. The personal development, guys, this is where it's key. This is where it really helps you. That's what I've noticed. I've noticed that really when I feel like, I just feel like I'm kind of in like a little bit of a lull right now, kind of a little bit of a slump. I don't know. I realize and I notice that it tends to happen more on the times when I'm not being consistent with the personal development. That's honest to God, that's what happens. So if you can pick, hopefully a lot of you guys are picking a book right now or are listening to like Audible or an audio tape, something that works for you. You want to be reading something that speaks to you, that can actually address the area in your life that you're struggling with and you need improvement with. And that will be so, oh my gosh, it'll really help you. You'll walk away from it feeling so much better, like a weight was lifted off your chest, and then every day is a new day. All right, so I just want everyone to just give yourselves more credit. We are really hard on ourselves, especially as coaches when we have responsibilities of others below us. We tend to become really hard on ourselves. And you have to understand that you guys are doing such an awesome job. Seriously, all of you are. Every single one of you are. You're doing the best you can with the time that you have, and that's all that matters. So just keep your eye on your vision and your journey. You're running your own race. You're not comparing yourself to anybody else. It's not going to do you any good. You're your own boss. No one is going to tell you what to do. So whatever you want to do with this business is going to be all up to you. It's going to be on you. So what I really want everyone to do tonight is with an area you're struggling with. So I'm going to give just a couple options here. So one option is you can either, the struggle that you're going through or an area that you need improvement with, you can either write about it in a journal, all right, just to get it out there, and then write about an action step that you are going to take to try to move forward from this and try to get past it. What's something that you can do to try to help yourself get past this and overcome it? Or what's something that you've done or are doing right now to try to overcome it? Another option is that you can take this struggle that you're having right now and like make it real life and post it on Facebook. I mean, we don't want to appear to people like everything is sunshine and rainbows in Beachbody land, right? Because it's not. We want to be positive and we want to be upbeat and we want to show inspiration and motivation, and we don't want to be that negative Nelly that's constantly going on complaining about crap all the time, like we all know those people. But we also want to show our flaws and our struggles and our insecurities so that people can see that we are real people. We're not Care Bears. We're real people, going through life. We have struggles, things happen. It's just the reality of it. Like the other day, I forget, I was walking along the bike path with Nick and the kids. Oh yeah, I think I actually made a post about this. Oh my gosh, it was a crazy morning, right? It was a crazy morning. It was like, guys, it's been such a crap show around here. I honest to God don't even remember what it was about now. See, it passes. My point is that something happened and it was like this crazy, like out of control morning, and we were going to go for a walk with the kids in Cumberland, which is like 20 minutes away. And we were like, oh, the kids are like so miserable right now. Why are we going to go for this walk right now? Landon's going to be fussing in the stroller. He's going to want to walk the whole time. Then Kirsten's going to want to come out. It's going to take forever. Then they're going to get hungry. We don't even have any food in the house. I mean, it went on and on. Let's just stay here. It'll be so much easier for the kids to just like run around in the yard. And like Nick was like seriously serious about just not even going. And then I was like, we're going. I don't care what happens. So I like packed the sandwiches and I didn't know what I was getting myself into, and we went and it ended up being a really good walk. Like Landon was actually really good. He got to walk a lot. Kirsten didn't make a peep. Everything was awesome. And I was thinking, this is an example. I could sit there and I could choose to spend my entire day focused around how crappy the morning started out. Like I could sit there and just focus on like how the kids woke up crying at 6 a.m. and I only got 5 hours of sleep. And like just, there was no coffee made first thing in the morning. I mean, I could choose to focus on all these little things and then have it affect my whole day. Or I could choose to focus on the positive that came out of it. And so that's what we try to teach people, as Beachbody coaches. That's what that's what we want people to see when they look at our walls. That like, listen guys, trust me, it's not smooth sailing over here every single day. Like there's stuff flying around all the time. I just don't post about it because who the heck would want to hear about, the fact that Landon peed through his underwear 3 times today and left puddles all through the house. And that, I'm not going to go into it, but you guys get the gist of it, right? No one wants to hear that. They want to hear like happy things. It's like the same reason why you don't want to watch the news. It just doesn't make you feel good. But you want to take those moments where you're struggling and turn them into teachable moments to people so that you can add value to them. That's the whole point. So that's what we do. So you can do that. You can turn the struggle, the slump that you're having into like a vulnerable, I can't even talk right now. And I have only had 1 sip and my ice is totally melted. So you can't blame it on the alcohol. blame it on the If you guys don't know that song, Google it. So where the heck was I saying? I totally lost my train of thought now because of that song. I know this is out of control. Maybe I shouldn't put this one on YouTube, this replay. And so that's the whole point, is that, you know, the struggle and slump that you're having, you want to show that you're vulnerable on Facebook, and you want to come out of your comfort zone. And I know there are a lot of you on the call and on the team, and I did it too, and I still kind of do it, that are afraid to come out of your comfort zone. This is your chance right now to come out of your comfort zone a little bit, because that's what's going to make you grow in this business, is forcing yourself to kind of come out of your comfort zone just a little bit at a time. So whatever you're going through right now with your struggle, you can turn it into a post on Facebook, you know, and then just think to yourself after you post it, okay, like, what's the point of this post? You know, what can someone get out of this? What is my point in writing it, you know? And just kind of end it with some kind of piece of like advice so that they can take away something from it. So that's what I want everyone to do. You know, I don't want you to keep it bottled up inside. You know, there are 5 days left in the month, guys, all right? 5 days left. Just because it is the slowest week of August doesn't mean that we should stop paddling, all right? I watched this thing before. It was about somebody, you know, paddleboarding. And the whole point is that if you've ever paddleboarded before, right, you don't just stand there on the board and wait for the wave to come, right? You're paddling the entire time, right? You're just standing there and you're paddling slowly, right? And then when the wave comes, you paddle harder and then you pick up speed, right? Relate that back to the business, right? Just because times are slow right now, you shouldn't just be doing nothing. And then when it gets like harder, then you're trying to like paddle like hell to freaking keep up, and the invites are going out 50 invites a day because now you need to feel like you need to hit Success Club. You should be paddling every day, inviting every day, right? So that way, when the business does pick up in September, you've had planted all these seeds everywhere for people, and people know what you're doing, and they're going to come to you. They're going to think of you. That's why you need to keep posting every day, even if no one likes it. I make a post, sometimes I get 6 likes. I'm like, whatever, I know they're watching. And then when they want something, they're gonna need help, and they're gonna think, wait, who's that girl that just made that post? Oh, let me go back to her. They're gonna think of you. So you need to be consistent with that, and you need to just double down. It's 5 days left in the month, guys. People on the team have been able to lock in crazy Success Club numbers. We're all selling the same products, right? No one is any different. So what are those people doing? Think about it. Like, what are those people doing that they're being able to lock in SC 10 in 5 days or SC 20, you know, by the end of the month? They're not doing anything different, guys. I wish I could tell you that there was like some kind of magic formula here, but there really isn't. They are doing the 3 vital behaviors, but they're doing them more, and they're being focused, and they believe in themselves, and they have the confidence piece, and that is all key. So you need to believe in yourselves. And I've said it before, I believe in all of you guys so much, but I can't believe in you more than you believe in yourself. It doesn't work like that. Like, you got to have that belief in yourself that you can do this. So there's 5 days left. All right. I want to see everybody paddling along, you know, doing those 3 vital behaviors, hitting them hard. There are people on this team who have locked in Success Club, guys, all right, with minutes left in the month. I say this all the time. Enos has done it. And why did she do it? Because she was like, I'm hitting Success Club. I don't care what time of day it is. I'm not stopping. I know I have until midnight on Wednesday, Eastern Standard Time. I am going to, you know, or whenever it is, like the end of the month, the last day of the month, I'm going to lock it in. And she did, with like literally 4 minutes left in the month, because she knew she could do it, and she said she was going to do it, and she made no excuses. All right. I've made it a goal for myself for me to get me and my husband a Success Club every single month. And 1 month I kind of slacked off, right, on my husband, a neck. And the last day of the month came, and I was like, oh my gosh. But I was like, whatever, it's no big deal. I'm going to lock it in. And I signed up 5 people in 1 day. I didn't do anything special, guys. It was literally, it's all up here. It's a total belief and a confidence in yourself that you can do it. You have all the tools to succeed. You just have to believe that you can do it. So I hope that this helped you guys. I'm going to go through the chat right now here, just really quick, and see if there's anyone that had any like questions. Holy moly, there's a lot of them. Hold on. In the meantime, if you guys have any questions, you can unmute yourself and just let me know, or you can type it in here. as I'm reading. Oh, good. Lauren said she picked herself up out of her slump. She feels good. That's awesome. See? I mean, no one wants to feel like junk. Yeah, it must have been those stuffed peppers, Lauren. Get you going. All right. All right, and so, for the people who haven't hit Success Club yet, like guys, like listen, I mean, I have a goal for myself. I'm not gonna lie. This month was crazy for me because I'm managing ridiculous number of accounts, all right? So it was like a little stressful, all right? So I had to grow my dad's account I wanted to grow my dad's account to Diamond, which I did, but then I always like to get myself to Success Club 10 and Nick to Success Club 10. So Nick is only at Success Club 4 right now, all right? So I don't care that there's only 5 days left in the month. When I get off this call and in all my spare time, I spend all my spare time is going to be reaching out to people and asking them if they are looking for help with their health and fitness and if they want to join my next 21-day challenge group, because I only have one spot left. That's what I'm going to be saying. And I'm going to just be talking to like triple the amount of people to make sure that I lock it in. And I know I will lock it in because it's going to happen. I just make these things non-negotiable. Like when I said to you guys, it really is like a mental block. As soon as you say to yourself, oh man, there's only 5 days left in the month, like I'm never going to be able to hit it now. Well, there you go. There's your answer. If you say that, it's totally going to happen. Like what you think is actually what happens. It's crazy like that, but that's exactly how it works. So you have to just get in your mind, like, and imagine that you're running like a marathon. That's how I always relate it back to the marathon. I mean, if you've ever run in a road race before, like when you get tired, you don't like just forget it. I'm just going to quit. I don't need to finish that last 2 miles. I already ran 20. No, like you're going to keep going until the end. And that's like how this works with the month. Like your job never ends. Like our job is to try to change as many people's lives and get as many people as healthy as possible. So you have to make sure that you are reaching out to tons of people all the time, especially when it is the slowest week of the month. That's the time where you need to spend even more time talking to people and finding out how you can help them, because everybody needs help and we have something for everyone. Let me see if there's anything else here. Whoops. I was like, where'd the chat go? Went off the screen. Yeah. I mean, a good way, honestly, to get people locked in, like just from experience. And I know like if you've been with me for a while on the team, like, you got to give people deadlines, to join your challenge group. If you are just reaching out, kind of being like wishy-washy, like, oh, hey, like, how's everything going? I hope your family's doing great. Looks like you had a great time at the Cape. That's awesome. Hey, anyways, I'm running a 21-day challenge group. Hey, if you're interested, let me know. That's it. You just left it totally up in the air. Like you got to give them a call to action is what you got to do. You got to tell them, hey, if you're interested in joining my 21-day challenge, let me know, because the deadline to sign up is tonight, but I just didn't want you to miss out. Or you're going to say, hey, make sure to touch base with me because I only have 2 spots left. You have to give them a deadline and you have to give them limited spots. Otherwise, people don't feel the urgency to reach back out and do it. They will literally dwindle there forever. And like I said, I've been doing this for 14 months and I've been saying those exact 2 things when I get people to sign up every single time. You got to give them a deadline. Yeah, obviously not going to get everybody. I mean, I get a ton of no's. It's just how it works. So I'm just finishing up with these the chat here questions. What's everybody drinking? I see lots of wine. I got my Captain Diet, guys. I'm not gonna lie, it's all watered down. Bummer. I'll just have to refresh it. Let me see. Oh, that looks good. Whoever made, Jane made a Taco Bell style Mexican pizza tonight. That sounds really good. Fix approved. Can't go wrong. Too bad I had all intentions, guys, of making the cauliflower crust pizza. Bought the cauliflower. I think it was one of Kelly's coaches that made it, and she held up the nice picture. It looked awesome. Sarah, I think it was. I was like, I gotta make it. Went out, bought the cauliflower. I never made it. The thing's like rotted in the back of my fridge now. No big deal. All right, I think that's it. I don't think anybody has any questions. All right. So I hope that this helped you guys because you're all awesome. And I know I tell you guys all the time how appreciative I am for you and that I've been able to form friendships with every single one of you on the team. I really do. Like, I love you guys so much. You're like my family, like you really are. And like, you're my closest friends, even though we can't see each other because you live far away. Like, I really do feel that way about the team. So I hope that this helped get you guys out of your slump tonight. And I love to see all your smiling faces. Make sure to put that, call to action to good use, that slump that you're going through. Write about it, post about it, keep it in your own journal for yourself. Think about what you're going to do and write it down. What are you going to do to get past this and help yourself? And we will go from there. Finish the end of the month strong, guys. There are 5 days left. I am expecting to see this team seriously after this call. It's going to explode these last 5 days. I know it. It's going to go crazy. Right, guys? All right. So I hope you guys have a great night. And once again, it was so great to see you all. I'm sorry that I talked for a little bit longer tonight, but I just felt like it was necessary because everyone's stressed out. So I hope you have a good night, and I will see you guys again next week. All right, bye, everyone.